Rugged cases for the iPhone XR? Let's have a look. Taylor here, and I'm still looking at iPhone XR cases. This time we're going to look at rugged cases. So one of the things we're going to look at is the warranty on the case, because I figure that if you're buying a rugged case, then chances are pretty good something's going to happen to it. That's its purpose, right? Now, we are looking at all these cases for the iPhone XR, but all these companies, they actually make cases for a variety of different phones. So definitely check it out. If you see a case you like and it's not actually, and you don't have the XR, don't say, oh, I can't get that, because you probably can. Now, here's our handy XR. So let's start with Spigen. So the first case we're going to look at is the Spigen Neo Hybrid. And it's a pretty nice looking case, right? Let's just double check. Yep, that's exactly the right case. I'm checking because I have two different cases from Spigen. So this is the Neo Hybrid. This has a 2-year warranty, which is nice. And it's a 2-part case. There's a sort of rubbery interior, and then there's a hard plastic exterior, and you can actually take it apart if you want, though hopefully you shouldn't need to. And very nice design. Let's go ahead and put the phone in, and usually with these cases, if you put the bottom in, then you can just sort of one at a time push the corners in and you're good to go. So now we have our phone in the case, and the cutout for the camera is perfect. And let's see, what else can I tell you about it? Is that there's, the silvery part is the plastic, and then on the back they have a sort of rubber, it's almost like a rubber mat in a herringbone pattern, very distinct actually. And they did a nice job. The bezel, which is the amount that the case rises above the surface of the screen, is pretty minimal, but it's enough that even with my screen protector on, if I drop the phone, the surface won't actually take any of the impact, and that's really what you want. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is, does it actually charge wirelessly? A super important feature with any case for an iPhone XR or any of the iPhone X line. And the answer is yes, it does. So that's good. This phone actually needs a charge. And this particular case, the Spigen Neo Hybrid, comes in gray or black or white or red. And this is the gray color. Honestly, I think of it as silver. So you might actually see it and say, oh, yeah, that's definitely gray. It doesn't look like that to me, but it's okay. The Spigen Neo Hybrid, $34.99 at Spigen.com. Now let's look at the other Spigen case. This one's like a little cooler in my book. As you can see, the design is definitely a little different. This is the Spigen Touch Armor, and it also features a 2-year warranty, but this one, they actually tell you, separate it out into the 2 pieces. And then it's super easy, because then your phone just fits right into the rubber part. So that's as easy as it gets. And then you just go ahead, let's fix that, and just drop that onto the plastic part, and then it all just clips in. And let's see, there we go. So now we have the Spigen Touch Armor, really nice looking case. This is one of their most popular cases because it has a secret feature. It has a little stand that bends, right? So now I can actually watch a movie on my phone or something with the built-in stand. Now, I will say that the plastic on both of these feels a little bit flimsy, a little bit lightweight. And this stand, I have to say, I don't think this is going to last 2 years. I don't think that you're going to get 2 years into your warranty and say, oh yeah, my stand still works great. I could be wrong, but it just does not feel super tough and durable. Otherwise, however, the case is really nice, and it's at a reasonable price point. So the Spigen Touch Armor comes in black and gray and red and blue, and this is the blue color, and it will cost you $39.99 at Spigen.com. And let's double check. It does work with wireless charging, as you would expect. So that's good. So this is a nice looking case. These rugged cases, the price tag tends to creep its way up. So now the next one I want to look at is probably the most fun case out of all of these. So this is the Otterbox Symmetry series, but this is one of the Disney cases. So this is obviously Minnie. You can also get this Symmetry case with Mickey or Disney Friends, Or the one I actually prefer is there's a whole line of Star Wars cases that are just like ridiculously cool designs, and they have some retro Star Wars graphics that are just so cool that you really, if you're even a little bit of a nerd, you should definitely go check those out. Now, this is the Otterbox Symmetry Mini with a limited lifetime warranty. I'm not exactly sure what's limited about it, but as I said, this is the Disney line. It also has the Star Wars line, and they also have solids and other patterns that don't involve licensing, so the pricing's kind of all over the map. But this particular one, let's see, the bezel on it is higher than on the Spigens, which is a point in their favor. So again, if I drop the phone, then I know the case is going to take the impact. And wireless charging, it obviously is working just fine with wireless charging. And let's be honest here, this is a darn cute looking phone case. And mini's not quite your thing? Well, they have plenty of other designs that make this a really great match of both great physical design. This is a really nicely designed case, which I would expect. Otterbox is really, really great at coming up with these heavy-duty, tough cases. And what's nice is as we've gotten better materials, the case itself is much thinner than it used to be. I remember that first generation of Otterbox, and it was just like this little like gun safe you were putting your phone in. It was a little bit hardcore. These are much nicer. And that's a really nice, smart looking case. I don't think anyone would complain about getting this case. I will say, like I said, the price is kind of all over the map. If you like the Symmetry line, and there's lots to like about it, then the basic Symmetry unit will cost you $49.95. But if you want one of the Mini or Disney or Star Wars or anything like that, then they're going to run you $54.95 at Otterbox.com. Okay, so that's our halfway point. So let's keep moving. Take the phone out of the case. We will put Mini aside for now. Put her back in her case.
Sorry, I can't do that in that app.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Siri, so leave me alone. So, next case, assuming Siri will leave us alone, is from Spec. This is the Spec Presidio Pro. This is another case I really like. This is a really kind of a unexciting design color and such, but the actual design of the case is terrific. It is again a two-piece case. It does not come apart, but it's just they've done such a great job of making a case that's going to keep your phone really safe. And they have an absolute lifetime warranty, no limited, no anything. So if you buy this case, that you will be able to get it replaced if it's damaged or broken. Check their warranty, but you'll be able to do that even years from now. So let's put our iPhone XR into the case, and they've got really the perfect bezel. It is just like a millimeter above the screen protector screen. So when I drop it, I know 100%, you can even see the way it drops, that it's picking up all the impact and the screen itself is not having any damage at all. Exactly what you want. So has a really nice feel because the harder part still, it's some sort of a rubbery plastic, so it's not quite the same as the hard shell of some of these others, but it has a really nice hand feel, as they say. And you can see the cutout has a deep bevel in it, so it has a very nice look to it. And does it charge wirelessly? Of course it charges wirelessly. So, other cool thing about this, maybe, depending on how you feel about this, is it has an antimicrobial treatment. So, turns out that our smartphones are actually not very smart in terms of bacteria and like germs and stuff. So your phone gets a little bit grody. And if you use this while you're in the bathroom, ooh, you think about that? So, antimicrobial, not an entirely bad idea. So this comes in black and cyan and gray and pink and red. This is the gray with obviously the black sort of accents on it. There's a lot to like about this case. Spec's done a really nice job with this one. And this will cost you $39.95 at specproducts.com. Okay, so I'll take this one off. And, oops, no. Putting the phone in the case box is not actually going to accomplish what we want. So let's actually try not to do that. So the next one I have is from Lifeproof. This is one of the Lifeproof Slam line, and I just want to show you, I hope you can see that there's sort of this palm tree design. So they have both solids and pretty subtle patterns and such. So again, we'll go ahead and put the phone in here. This one's going to be a little bit more tricky, I think. Let's see. I think it's that same thing of pushing in a corner. This one's really tight. See, some of these you have to sort of figure out the secret. There we go. So now, I don't know that I'll ever get the phone out of here. We'll find that out in a minute. But this has a whole heck of a lot of bezels, so it's super protective. And the design, the back is clear or has a very subtle pattern on it, like this one. And it's just, Lifeproof makes really nice cases. Generally, Lifeproof cases seem to cover the front too. They're like fully enclosed. So one of the things that Lifeproof talks about with this one is they say, you get to touch your own actual screen. Wow, what an amazing opportunity. Like every other case. So it does charge wirelessly, which is nice. And so then that leaves us with the big test of, can we actually take the phone out of the case? And the answer might be that we can't. There might be a trick to this. Oh, I see. There's a key involved with this that I don't actually have here right now. So I might have to do plan B, which is to use my knife. Don't worry, I'm not going to cut the case. But yeah, they have little slots in the corner that hopefully I can use here. Yeah, so it comes with a key that I just don't have right now. So once you take that part off, then number one, you can take the back off. But number two, it makes the case a whole lot easier to work with, because then you can push it out through the back. See, so that was my fault. I was just doing that wrong. So I was making life a little harder than it should be. So we can now put this back together. And let's see, there we go. So clip it back together. Handy tip is try to remember not to lose the little key. It actually looks like a little guitar pick, the key. I have it somewhere around here. So then what you do is you put it in the bottom corners and you just twist it, and then the case actually splits apart into two pieces, which makes it a whole heck of a lot easier than I just demonstrated to put your phone in or take your phone out. So this is the Lifeproof Slam with a lifetime warranty and tons of color combinations. This particular design is Palm Days, and this is $49.99 at lifeproof.com, which brings us down to our last case from Incipio. Now, Incipio is another one of these companies that's been making phone cases as long as Apple's been making phones. So let's see, let's take the little piece of cardboard out of this. And so this is the Incipio Dual Pro, and this has the least warranty of all of these. This has a 1-year warranty, that's it. But it also has the lowest price tag, so there's probably some sort of combination there. So it is easy to put my phone in here, and it is a two-tone. I personally am not a big fan of these two colors, but you might be. So the rubberized or TPU part is pink, and then the hard shell part is sort of this grayish pink, which is just, to my eyes, not a very attractive color. You might find it different. It has a very nice bezel on it, and in terms of its charging, let's see, it definitely charges wirelessly, which is really nice. And it comes in lots and lots of colors, including solid colors, where the two hard plastic and TPU rubber are the same color. This one is called Raspberry Ice, and as I said, this particular combination, not my favorite, but it is actually a nice inexpensive case for something this tough. And this is $29.99 at Incipio.com. So this is again the Incipio Dual Pro, which means we have now reviewed all the cases. So now I need to pick a winner out of all of these. And so let's see. Well, I gotta say that I really like the stand on the Spigen Touch Armor. I don't know how long it would last, but it's a really neat little idea to be able to do that, and it just seems like it'd be really convenient. But when it really comes down to it, it is probably gonna be a tie between the Spec Presidio Pro, which is just a really ridiculously well-made case, and the Otterbox Symmetry Mini, because it's also a well-designed case and it's just way more fun. This is easily the most fun of all the cases I'm looking at. So I'm gonna call it a tie. Woot! So the Spec Presidio Pro, possibly slightly less visually exciting, but it's actually a really nice case and an excellent choice for any smartphone. This is, as I said, $39.95 at specproducts.com, competing with and tying with the Otterbox Symmetry. And the Symmetry is just a great design from Otterbox that they have on a huge variety of different products. This is the mini Disney line. Kind of wish they would have sent me a Star Wars one. You should seriously go and check those out on their website. This is the other tie for winner, and this one is definitely a little more spendy, $54.95 at otterbox.com. So with that, I think Mini is going to go right back on this phone. And then, let's see, so we can get the phone into the case. There we go. And then we're going to just let it have a bit of a charge because it's been doing a lot of work. So, it's Dave Taylor. Hope this is really beneficial. Do me a favor, subscribe to my channel. Give me some feedback. Let me know how this sort of review works for you and what you look for in a phone case. And I will catch you in my next video.